What's good, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to give you guys an updated video on how the Hershey Bears are doing. So early into the season, I think we were like 5 or 6 games in when I put out a video. I put out a season prediction video. That was a few months ago. If you haven't watched that, you can go do so if you would like. But it's just like an updated video. I'll give you guys my opinions on this team through the first half of the season. And so let's just get right into it. So starting with points, Ilya Protas leads away with 33. He's had a heck of a season, and I would not be surprised if the Capitals call him up sooner rather than later to make his NHL debut. And then in second, 1 point behind, Andrew Crystal with 32. And then it's Louis Belpedio, the former Phantom, with 23. Bogdan Trineyev with 21. And Brett Leeson with 20. Now into the goals. Ilya Protas with 17. Graham Clark with 11. Bogdan Trineyev with 9. Now, Bogdan did get his NHL debut a few weeks ago. He got called up and they get to play in the NHL, so congrats to Bogdan. He also got a recent extension, which I'll put on the screen right now. So really happy for him. You know, he's a great player, and excited to see him continue to grow and hopefully see him have a lot of success in the NHL soon. Then it's Brett Leeson with 9. Now, Brett Leeson did not start the year with this team, obviously. He was the Bears were able to, grab him thanks to the Caps, and Brett's been a really good addition to this team. You know, he's a really talented player. He plays the game the right way. He has obviously NHL experience, and that really I do believe benefits him on the ice. He's just done a really nice job. You know, he's good at getting the puck in the net. He's a good offensive player. He's got good size, and he just plays a smart game. And then it's Andrew Crystal with 8. And then getting into the assist side of things, Crystal with 24. Cordy Schuneman with 18. Louis Belpedio with 17. Ilya Protas with 16. And Henrik Rybinski with 13. So those are your stat leaders so far. So now into the standings. So in first place in the Atlantic Division, it's the Providence Bruins. In second place, it's the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. In third place, the Charlotte Checkers. In fourth place, it's your Hershey Bears. In fifth, it's the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. In sixth, it's the Bridgeport Islanders. In seventh, it's the Hartford Wolfpack. And then in eighth, it's the Springfield Thunderbirds. Let's get into the goalies now. So, interesting. When I made this video, there was only 2 goalies on this team, but we all know there's a third that has gotten some games this year. So leading the way with a goals against average, it's Mitch Gibson with a 2.25 goals against average. In second place behind him, it's Clay Stevenson with a 2.57. And then this guy, unfortunately, he's had a lot of issues as of late. It's Garen Bjork with a 3.43 goals against average. And that definitely concerns me. I feel for him. Really like him. I think he's too small, and I think he needs to, get some size to him. And I just think he needs to develop a bit more. Getting into the save percentage, Gibson, .924. Stevenson, .912. And Bjorklund with a .879. So those are your stats right there. And obviously the standings as well. And then we get into the next 5 games. So tomorrow night, the Bears will play again against the Rochester Americans up in Rochester. And then on Saturday, they'll travel to Utica, play the Utica Comets, and then they'll come home for a few days. And then on February 4th, they will be in Wilkes-Barre taking on the Penguins. February 7th, they will come home to Giant Center, and they will play the Penguins. And then on February 13th. They're going to head to Canada for a little Canada trip. They'll play the Laval Rocket on February 13th, and then they'll play teams like the Senators, Marlies, and all those Canada teams after that Rocket game. So that Rocket game starts the Canada trip for the Bears. Every year they have a little Canada trip. They normally put all those Canada games where they travel like back to back, just to make it easier, obviously for the team and for just it just makes it easier to play all the Canada games, like put it all together, I guess. So those are the stats and the next 5 games, the standings, all those things that I think are nice to kind of know. So my thoughts with the Bears, it's been a rough season, right? They have not won a single game that I've been to this year. People have told me I should stop going, but I love the Bears. I love going to games. They almost won last Friday when I was there. They lost in the shootout, unfortunately, and that was close. I thought they were going to win that game, but ended up not. They had their chances, but again, too passive. So really, I look at this team. They like to pass the puck, and that's something that really pisses the fans off, as they pass way too much. Power play has been absolutely terrible. They pass. They don't shoot enough, and it's just been ugly. But I do want to give a lot of credit to Brent Thompson. Is it Brett Thompson or Brent? I think it's Brent Thompson. He's done a really good job with the penalty kill. Grant Cruikshank's up to 4 shorthanded goals, which is a league leading statistic. He had his 4th shorty last night against the Rochester Americans up in Rochester, New York. So he's up to 4 shorties on the year. He's having an incredible season. He's been such a valuable part to this team. And he won't show up on the score sheet every single night, but he's done a really good job on that penalty kill. Obviously, 4 shorties already is absolutely ridiculous, but he's just been so effective to this team, and he's just been really important. He's been an important piece, for this team. I look at where this team is, right? Obviously in 4th place. If the playoffs started today, they would be in the playoffs. But it's not hard to make the playoffs, right? If the playoffs started today, the Bruins and Penguins would get first-round byes because they're the 1st and 2nd place teams. The Checkers, the Bears, the Phantoms, and the Bridgeport Islanders would all make the playoffs. The Hartford Wolfpack and the Springfield Thunderbirds would be eliminated. How they do it is the top 6 teams in the Atlantic make the playoffs. The bottom 2 miss it. So every division, it's the bottom 2 teams miss it. So it's really easy to make the playoffs in the American Hockey League. It's not hard. And so, beginning of the year, my prediction for this team was anywhere between 3 and 5. I felt more like I think I said 3 to 6, but I think they'll be in the 4 to 5 range. And right now, I am correct. They've been in that 4-5 range for most of the year. They're on a big point streak right now, which has helped them. I think their point streak is 11 maybe. They've been getting a lot of points recently, which has helped them move up and pass, the Phantoms, whatnot. So that's been really important. Yes, they're not winning games, but they're getting points, and that's important, because I'd rather lose games and get a point than lose a game and get no points. And so they've been able to get a lot of points. They've been able to get games to overtime. They're not a very good team in overtime. Again, you got to learn to shoot the puck. Andrew Crystal had a really good opportunity last Friday against the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins to win the game, but he passed the puck, and so they just got to learn to take more shots, not pass the puck so much. Obviously, you have to pass the puck at times, but you have to also understand that you have to shoot the puck. You never know what happens. If you shoot the puck, there's always a chance it goes in the net. Excuse me. There's always a chance it goes in the net. And so you always want to take the shot. You always want to shoot the puck whenever you have an opportunity to do so. Looking at this team in 5th place, listen, I'm fine with them being in 5th, obviously. Or, sorry, 4th. 4th, I apologize. 4th place. I am fine with them being in 4th place. As long as this team just continues to grow, as long as these players continue to develop and continue to get better. And so I'm fine with where this team is at. I want that to be clear. I am fine with where this team is currently sitting, and I want to see this team get better. A lot of people have said fire Derek King. I think it's crazy. This was being said before we were even halfway through the season, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous to say that. It's hard when it's a young team to coach a young team. I know King has a lot of experience, but he's a coach that works with a lot of young guys. He's not a big coach he's a developing sort of coach is how I look at it. So my assumption with the team is I want to see them shoot the puck more. I want to see them continue to find ways to get points, but find ways to win games as well. Get better in overtime, get better on the power play, get better at shooting the puck, all those things. And then I think as you go into the playoffs, I think if you can fix some of those things, I think that's going to help you be able to potentially make a run in the playoffs. But thanks, guys, for watching. Let me know what you guys think of how the Bears have played this year. If you have any questions about the team or how they're playing and you want an answer, just put it in the comments. I can do my best to give you guys my honest opinion on whenever you guys want me to answer. But yeah, if you have any thoughts and anything, just put it in the comments. I'll be liking those. I'll be replying. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace. Let's go Bears.